Fabio here, the Stoic coach. And today I invite you to step away from the relentless noise of modern business and join me in rediscovering ancient wisdom. Ancient wisdom for contemporary challenges.
Look, you want me to fix the part of you that makes money, but it is attached to the rest, so this is going to take a little while.
Everyone needs a coach.
Eric has this management coach. Also coaches Steve Jobs.
That's a coach.
Yeah, definitely a coach.
Is a performance coach.
It's just money. It's made up.
Are you coachable?
Good question.
Today let's talk about the concept that adversity is not an obstacle, but the forge where our true character is tempered. And let's begin by exploring the core idea behind Stoicism, a philosophy that has endured for millennia because it speaks to the fundamental nature of human experience. The trials we face are the chisels that sculpt our inner strength. In business, as in life, adversity is inevitable. Yet, it is how we respond that defines us. I recall an early phase in my career when I was overwhelmed by the constant pressure to perform. Every setback felt personal. It was like a definitive blow to my confidence. And it was during those dark days that I turned to Stoicism. And I began to see each challenge as an opportunity, each moment of stress as a chance to refine my approach and build resilience. And this shift in perspective wasn't immediate, but over time it transformed my leadership style. And instead of reacting with panic, I learned to pause, to reflect, to strategize with a calm, measured mind. I stopped chasing control over external events, and instead, I focused on mastering my own responses. This shift alone changed everything. A client, let's call him Mark, was struggling with constant fires in his company. Every crisis felt like a personal attack, draining his energy and clarity. And I remember I told him, Mark, you're not failing. You are just fighting the wrong battles. Think about it. Perhaps is your case. Are you fighting the wrong battle? With Mark, we worked on separating what he could control from what he could not control. He stopped wasting energy on things he could not control, which were outside of his influence. And instead, he started applying Stoic principles daily, every day. It's a daily practice. Within months, his stress dropped. His team respected him more. And his business flourished. The truth is, most entrepreneurs and executives suffer, not because of the problem they face, but because of how they react to them. You think stress comes from the market, from the competition or the uncertainty, but stress comes from within. It's the result of an undisciplined mind, a lack of clarity, and an attachment to outcomes you cannot control. Marcus Aurelius faced wars, plagues, betrayals, and yet he ruled with composure. Why? Because he mastered his own mind. He practiced seeing things objectively, stripping away emotion and focusing on reason. I think you must do the same. That's what you need. Next time you face a setback, ask yourself, is this within my control? If yes, act. If not, adapt. This is how you build true resilience. The business world will always throw challenge at you. Your power is in how you respond. Control your perception, control your actions, and you control your destiny. You know, most people wait for things to get easier. They think one day the chaos will stop, the pressure will fade, and success will feel effortless. That day never comes. And by now you should know that. The world doesn't slow down. And doesn't slow down for you. Market shifts, competition grows, uncertainty remains. If you can't handle pressure now, you will not handle it when you scale. So, what is the solution? Strengthen your mind. You train your body for endurance. Why not train your mind for resilience? This is what Stoicism offers, a mental framework to handle everything. You stop wishing for less problems and start building more discipline. Stop wishing for less problems. Embrace them. They make you greater if you approach them with discipline. Epictetus said, it's not what happens to you, but how you react that matters. That means the real battle, it's never outside. It's always inside. Let's talk about failure. You fear it. You fear failure. You avoid it. But what if failure was your best teacher? You would agree that every setback shows you a weakness you need to fix. And every loss reveals a lesson you must learn. I used to fear failure too, until I realized it was just feedback. feedback. I had a client, let's call her Sarah. Sarah built a startup. She made bold moves, but a bad deal nearly broke her. She was crushed, ready to quit. And I asked her, what did this teach you? Even if you quit, okay? Let's say now you quit. But you learned something, right? Yes. What did this teach you? She paused and then saw it. Her mistake was trusting without verifying. And then she adjusted. She got smarter. And today her company thrives. And that's Stoicism in action. Because business isn't about winning every time. It's about staying in the game. You only lose when you quit. Resilience isn't about being unshakable. It's about bouncing back faster. Every successful entrepreneur you admired has failed. The difference, they didn't let it define them. They used it to refine them. Now think about your biggest fear. What's stopping you? What excuse do you keep telling yourself? Now, it's time to let it go. Because waiting won't save you. Action will. Now, if you're ready to build this mindset, to lead with clarity and confidence, you know where to find me. There is a link somewhere to get in contact with me. It's in the description. Or you can connect with me on LinkedIn. And I will keep you on track for free with my content and more videos like this, if you like them. Also, if you like them, let me know. Put a like, so it's the only way for me to know. Or put a comment if you have any question or any suggestions. If you want me to talk about something in specific that can help you personally. Until next time, live long and prosper.
Remember how long you've been putting this off? How many extensions the gods gave you and you didn't use them? At some point you have to recognize what world it is that you belong to, what power rules it and from what source you spring, that there's a limit to the time assigned to you, and if you don't use it to free yourself, it will be gone and will never return.
Live long and prosper.
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 So, live long and prosper.
Live long and prosper. Whatever.
Live long and prosper.
Live long and prosper.
Captain, live long and prosper.
Long and prosper.
Long and prosper, Max.
Hey, live long and prosper, mother.
You were right, Will.
Live long and prosper, Jack.
My plan is to live long and prosper, you know what I mean? To make little baby deeks, little ninja assassins with fantastic hair.
Live long and prosper.
Well, 𝗪𝗫 live long and prosper.
To the Potter B&B, may it live long and prosper.
Indeed. Yeah.
May all your future gazebos live long and prosper.
Please leave.
Live long and prosper.
Oh, just go.
I'm going. Live long and prosper, Sheldon.
I was so intrigued with that gesture, and I suggested that we do that as Vulcans. Within days after that episode was on the air, I started getting that gesture back on the streets.